Hey everyone, welcome to your weekly energy update, and this is for the week of August 28th through September 4th. Although these videos are timeless, so if you have come across this video outside of that time frame, I would still trust your intuition and that it brought you here for messages. If you are watching this during that period, wow, this week on September 4th at the end of the week, Mars joins the retrograde parade that's going on because all of the planets, except for Venus, will be in either their pre-shadow of their retrograde or in the middle of their retrograde. So Venus being direct, all our love lessons are still kind of focused outwardly, while all the rest of the planets, every other area of our life, are pointing us inward for this reflective period to understand things. So what does this Mars retrograde energy bring in for us? Well, Mars is known as the planet of the god of war, but it is focusing on the masculine energy part for this retrograde. We are kind of drawn to reflect on that. The men in our lives, like our fathers, those in authority over us, even brothers, cousins, anyone that had this masculine energy in our lives. And with Mars actually being in the sign of Gemini, Gemini really has to do with communication. And so I feel like what we're being drawn into for this period is a new way of communicating with those masculine energies in our lives. We, of course, are going to ask for this reading, just, creator, spirit, universe, what can we do with this Mars retrograde energy? So we'll definitely look into that. So September 4th is when the Mars retrograde pre-shadow begins, and we'll start to feel the energy of the retrograde almost on day one. And as we get closer to when it actually goes full retrograde on October 30th, then we move into that strong energy period from October 30th to January 11th of next year. That's as long as Mars is going to be in full retrograde. Then when it goes direct on January 11th, for a couple months, all the way up to March 16th, is when we're going to be in the post-shadow. And that's more of a reflective period of what did we learn during this pre-shadow and retrograde period when Mars was in Gemini, and what are we going to do with that? So that is the kind of information that we're going to be looking into here as we pull this reading. But before we jump in there, I did want to make sure you were aware, I'm right in the middle of having a YouTube subscriber marathon where my goal is to reach over 1,000 YouTube subscribers or more, of course. And when I reach that amount, I am going to be giving away 10 free 1-hour personal readings to 10 lucky individuals. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you consider doing so, because once I reach that, I'll put out a special video on how you can actually sign up for that drawing. But also in the meantime, I'm putting out kind of weekly another special giveaway. So I have put a link down below to my giveaway playlist. I also put links to the specific videos, whichever is more convenient for you, because there still is time to sign up for my first giveaway, which is a free 30-minute recorded personal reading. And then the second giveaway that I just put out last Friday is for a hedge of peace and love. So if you want to know more about what those are, and if you want to sign up for those, check those out below too. I'll also throw the link to the playlist at the end of the video. It'll appear here in one of the corners at the end. So I'm excited for those giveaways, and I'm also going live each weekend, and I'm going to go intermittently too on kind of like Facebook and Instagram, but I am going live on YouTube on Friday evenings at 11:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Yep, and then going over into midnight into the next morning. And then on Saturday at noon, and Saturday and Sunday at noon, I'm going live on YouTube as well. So if you want to check any of that out, just keep an eye on my Facebook, my Instagram, and Twitter, because I do put out the advertisements of when those things are happening and other information as well. All right, so enough of all that. Let's jump in to your reading and see what we can do with this Mars retrograde energy. All right, Pisces, this is your weekly energy update. And I'm going to start off with these Into the Lonely Woods deck. Now, any of the cards that I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of these tickle your fancy and you want them for yourself, you know where you can locate those. So let me give these a shuffle. And we'll start off pulling here to see the general energies on what the focus of this Mars retrograde energy is for you. And I do want that one right there for you. And you've got the time to move on. So definitely whatever issues come up with the father figures or authority figures with men in our lives, this is telling you, move on. It's time. You can move on. And it is card number 22. We'll put this right here. And let's see what little message comes in for here. In addition to what I just said, it says, there is sorrow when someone no longer feels the way they once did about you. But know that you lit a light in their lives. Even though the time has passed for your tales to intertwine, the loosening of the bonds of love need to be not be bitter. For now, you must take your leave to re-find who you are next to become. You will not be lost when you follow the darkening path into the unknown. You will wander, but there are fragments of your soul waiting for you to find them along the way. So be content with the light you carry within and the light you have lit with others. These will be the guides on the mysterious path before you. Yeah, and of course, masculine energy can also be, of course, our spouses or people you dated. You know, I don't think I specifically mentioned that, but I kind of figure you probably know that. So it definitely is this energy that you're leaving behind, and it feels like it's the focus on those relationships, whether it is an estranged parent or they've passed away, or it is a spouse that you're no longer with or they passed away. Any kind of masculine energy that's no longer in your life, it's like, yeah, it's time for you to transform. You don't have to focus on the loss anymore. It is like celebrating what light you gave to them, what awarenesses they brought to you, but this unknown path that you're going on is a very, very empowering one. So let's take a look here. We're also going to use these numerology guidance cards and see what else they want to add to this. Okay. This one right here. Oh my gosh. So forgiveness. I know. But forgiveness is for you. It's not about forgetting and letting the other person off the hook, per se. This is about letting the wrath go. You know, when we don't forgive, we're taking poison and going, aha, now you're going to learn your lesson. And why do I feel sick? Because it's only impacting us, right? So this card indicates a need to forgive yourself and others for any past actions that may have caused you pain. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to heal any unresolved anger, hate, jealousy, resentment, or guilt that is blocking your success. Such emotions are toxic to your body and hold you back from attracting a harmonious life. For the sake of your health and future happiness, you must forgive the past. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean blessing, forgetting, or condoning the unsavory behaviors of others. It means releasing yourself from a self-created prison so you can move forward with your life. Right? Moving on. When you come to accept and move on from real or perceived betrayals, you create a happier future built on freedom and inner peace. Bitterness only attracts disharmony, misery, and pain. Thus, forgiveness is the best way to set your spirit free. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to forgive people, situations, and behaviors from the past. By reliving past misfortune, you run the risk of attracting more of the same. But when you forgive, let go, and move on, you can make your dreams come true. You will improve your prospects for the future when you practice acceptance and forgiveness. And the affirmation for this card is, I create a happier future as I accept and forgive the past. I mean, you can't make that up. I mean, this is time to move on, time to forgive and move forward. So clear messages. We're also going to look at these power of surrender cards and just see what else they would like to add. So I love the focus on that. It sets you free. There was a pastor I heard once. They had a saying around our pain and suffering, and it went like this. It said, don't nurse it, don't rehearse it, but reverse it so God can disperse it. And so I kind of feel like that's what's going on here too. All right, what else for our Pisces, please? Okay, they want this one right here. And you got surrender, obsessive thinking. And that says, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So turn it over to spirit. Again, it's kind of like this surrender. Give the situation over to spirit. You can let it go. You can forgive it. You don't have to try to fix anything. This is all about healing you and healing your piece of your journey. And then they actually had me choose 3 separate tarot decks, and I've got the Chinese tarot first. This is just going to bring clarity around these situations here. I don't anticipate a ton of each since they wanted one of those. So this is, you get one of these. Okay, and then what else for Pisces, please? Okay, they do want that one there. And then we also have the Good Tarot. And what else for, okay, what else, any others? Okay, they do want those too. Okay. And then you get 2 of these. Oh, that's pretty cool how that works out. Balance. So we'll start off with the Chinese tarot here, which you have the 3 of coins. And this is beautiful. It's also the 3 of pentacles in the standard tarot. And for me, this means really focusing on you being the authentic you. Not looking to the outside world for your validation or letting the naysayers keep you from your dream, right? Because usually there'll be like 3 people on the card. And one person is you. It's you're creating this beautiful work of art, sharing something that's authentically you. It's like your dream is to share the unconditional love in your heart with the world in your own special, unique way. And as you do that and you have this dream, there are those other 2 individuals. One is the dream buster, the one that's the, naysayer that's like, why are you doing that? You should do something that makes more sense, and you're never going to be successful at that. You're not going to make any money. You're going to starve. What are you going to do then? Blah, 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 right? We're like, oh my God, will you just shut up? And we kind of put them, outside of our inner circle, or we tune them out. But the other person is someone who is supportive. They're the ones that are saying, wow, I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see what you do with that. And you're going to do great things. And we love that. Our ego, our shadow self, our little child inside of us loves that validation. But that person can actually be more of an influence over us than that naysayer, because we don't want to lose their support. So they might have settled that stuff and add on. But have you ever tried to think of doing it this way? And because we don't want to lose their support, we might alter our course and do something more their way. And so this is a message saying, kind of with this forgiveness and letting this stuff go, letting all that old stuff go away, that it won't keep you from living your dream. And this is like a a nudge to stay true to your authentic path and don't let other people, either positive or negative, draw you off of that, doing things in your own authentic, unique way. Because they might have their own way of thinking of doing it, but that's for them. Let them do that, but you have your own way. Now, of course, if you're asking for assistance from spirit going, I need some answers, and and then they come and they say, have you ever thought of doing it this way? Trust your gut, trust your intuition, because this is also the number 3 of creativity. So, doing things in a creative, unique way. But if you are looking for answers, you can also accept those, but you don't have to. This is about you remaining true to you. And then your other card here is the 3 of Pentacles. So they definitely mean what they say here. And I knew when I was picking these 3 that they were going to because we're going to show you, the same cards in some decks to really reinforce messages. So this is definitely them saying, stay true to you. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, and then you have the King of Wands. And this is beautiful and brilliant as well, because Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. It's your overall energy. And here you are, here's your heart, and you're just bright and shining your own light into the world. This is you connecting to the true you, the higher you, the most highest energy that you can achieve, because it is the king, and that is your higher self. And so really this connection to your true heart, to your higher heart, this bitterness, this resentment that has been before, this is blocking you to transforming into authentically expressing yourself. It's been holding you back because you fear, what happened in the past, and you're believing the stories, like it says, the betrayals, whatever it might have been. There's these fears, these echoes of these old past things that they're wanting you to be able to move beyond, that you are releasing your wrath around them. You're releasing your need for justice and going, you know what? I'm going to start to look at those things happen for me instead of happening to me, so that I can move forward and really express myself in this higher, beautiful, butterfly way. So I love that. And then you have the 4 of water, 4 of cups. This is great for you Pisces because you are a water sign, and the 4 of cups represents stable emotions. And what that tells us, usually there's 3 cups that are spilt or sitting in front of someone, and there's this big chalice being offered off from the side by a huge hand of the creator of the universe. And those other 3 cups didn't satisfy an individual. Usually they'll be leaned up against a tree, looking at those 3 cups, bored with them. And those 3 cups represent the different areas of our life in the outside world, which are relationships, situations and circumstances, and things in our bodies. And those things aren't fulfilling for very long, if at all, because relationships, people change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same. And of course, things in our bodies and our bank accounts, those things break down, deteriorate, are stolen or burned down. So they're not satisfying, like I said, for very long, if at all. So we're bored, we're ready for a different emotional fulfillment. And that's what comes in that chalice, the Holy Grail. That's that connection to this higher realm, to connection to your higher self, where you experience this beautiful, unconditional love from above. No conditions, nothing you can do to lose it, nothing you can do to gain any more of it, because you already have 100% of it. And it's eternal, it's stable, because there's no conditions. So this new love that you're finding from within allows you to not fear the outside world, and for you to move forward and be the authentic you. So I am loving this energy for you, for this Mars retrograde energy. So the focus, I really feel like this is on masculine energy, that's who has hurt you, and that the pain that you experience through those, you're realizing so much that this all unfolded for you. It wasn't a punishment. You were not ultimately a victim in this situation, because when you're able to look at it and let the wrath go, you start to understand that everything happens in our lives on purpose, for a purpose. We're not on an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode. we're on a very beautiful, fated train, having all these events that happen in our lives that give us the ability to choose with our power of choice what story we want to apply to this situation and what emotion we want to experience as we go through it. Sometimes we feel like we're on an out of control drama train because we've been told that when something happens, this is what it means when something happens. This is how you have to feel. But when you realize all this through this power of forgiveness, this power of choice, that you hold the key, it releases your whole world and it brings you to this whole new beautiful place. So I'm loving this adventure for you during this Mars retrograde period for the next few months. I just am excited to see what freedom comes as you release these things and forgive these things. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on those and be updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on my channel. And also doing those things, it does help spread the love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video, or you share a video, or if you comment on the video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, happy, excited. It does want to share the messages and videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. And recently, I did add a sliding price scale for my recorded videos, which gives you more flexibility to choose a price point, and that is more in line with your budget. So more flexibility available. Again, all that is in the description box below. Alrighty, mighty, powerful Pisces, as you go through this experience, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.